Hi everyone, Hilary Cragg here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope it's helpful. I'm going to talk today about people who have challenging behaviour, or as it's otherwise known, behaviour that challenges, and it's challenging the person who's on the receiving end of that behaviour because they don't understand what that's going on, and it's not necessarily the fault of the person with the dementia. Now, if you're somebody who's on the receiving end of challenging behaviour, it's not an easy thing to live with, depending on what level and how escalated those behaviours are, and I'm going to talk about all of those things. So I'm going to start off with some of the reasons why people with a dementia might be behaving in a way that does challenge their carers. Now, there have been studies that have shown that taking pain relief is as effective as taking antipsychotic medication. And therefore, what that study implies is that people with dementia may actually be in pain but are unable to express it. And they're not expressing it either verbally or through their body language, to the extent that the carers that are looking after them don't actually realise that they're in pain. So pain could be one of the answers. It could be that actually that person with dementia simply doesn't understand their environment anymore, that they believe they're in a different place, and that they believe that that place is therefore frightening and scary, and inexplicable. They just don't understand it, and so they react in a very defensive way, a very frightened way, and one of the ways that they respond can be quite aggressive, physically and verbally aggressive. Actually another problematic behaviour is apathy, but I'll talk about that in another video. But just not responding to anything is also quite problematic to look after. And at the moment, I'm just going to talk about these aggressive behaviours. So one of the first things to do is just to really help that person understand that the environment that they are in is supportive, it's helpful, and it's not necessarily as scary as they think it might be. And that means all of the kind of normal, reassuring things that you would do for anybody who is frightened. So that's keep the volume of your voice down so that you're not being really loud. You don't shout at them, and also keep your body language very relaxed. And things like, actually don't be tall, don't be big, because having somebody big standing over you can be quite frightening. So what's quite useful is actually keeping your head height underneath theirs. So that means coming down, don't stand right over them. It might mean that you come down sort of and kneel down in front of them so that your head is lower than theirs. That you've got a warm smile. People really respond to a warm smile. So it's such a universal language. Just be kind. Be that warm, gentle, kind, reassuring person. There are some medications that can help, but those obviously need to be done in conjunction with your medical practitioner. So talk to your medical practitioner about some of the medications, and I'm not going to go into more detail than that because any medication should be a clinical discussion, and I'm not here to get into that sort of discussion. Talk kindly, talk softly, talk in language that hopefully they can understand, in simple language with a visual clue. Talk compassionately to them, and don't talk too much. If they're tired, walk away. When people do the visual clue that makes you think they've had enough, take that clue, walk away, come back another time. It's not easy looking after somebody who displays challenging behaviour, but it's worth trying to persevere to make the quality of their life better if they have worked themselves into a situation they've become very frightened by their world. I hope that's useful. I hope it's helpful. It may be that you need to go and speak to your clinical advisor to get some more support than this, but I do hope that that's helpful. And if you know anybody, either the person with dementia or their carer, who are having to deal with challenging behaviour, or behaviour that challenges, then be compassionate with both of those people, because it's not an easy thing to look after. It's not an easy thing to live with, and if today was a good day, then yesterday might not have been, and tomorrow might not be. So have some kindness and have compassion for them. Take care. I hope that's helpful. Bye.